following is a paid program and does not necessarily reflect the views of WSIC.
I want to see the kind of industries that are opening up.
This is Local Biz Now with Joe Vagnone, where your business matters. Local Biz Now.
You have to determine what is working, what isn't working.
Joe Vagnone is a respected business broker, helping individuals buy and sell businesses. Joe has successfully owned and operated many companies in a variety of industries. This is Local Biz Now, because your business matters.
And you are listening to the #1 live talk business show in North Carolina. Come to you from Burners Cigar Studio. Burners Cigar Company is home of the fine premium cigars, where fine cigar smokers gather for a fine selection of cigars and knowledgeable staff. Whether you're new to premium cigars, a seasoned connoisseur, or a cigar aficionado, we invite you to join the experience at Burners Cigars. Hey, go out, check out their locations. They got one in Burkdale. They got one out on Highway 16 in Denver. And I understand that there's another one on the way. So, as with Burners, this radio show, Local Biz Now, hopes to inspire, inform, and entertain you, because that's what we do here at News Talk, WSIC 105.9 FM, 100.7 FM, and 1400 AM. You're listening to Local Biz Now. We've been going strong for over 11 years. We have over 868 interviews with small business owners and the community leaders. We have over 675 interviews that are on YouTube. Search for Joe Vagnone, business broker, on YouTube to watch many of these interviews. We're also live on Facebook right now, live on YouTube, and live on X. And you can listen to us also on the WSIC app, which is available on in Apple Store and the Google Store. So by now, if you're a regular on the show, you know that Joe is normally here. I'm filling in for Joe, and I'm very grateful for that. I'll do my best to be interactive. If you make comments on, I already have comments on Facebook. I'll try to be interactive there, but we'll see how that goes. And if you're one of our regular listeners, also, maybe you've seen me before. I'm James Sanders. I'm president of Shared Resources. We bring enterprise quality technical support and security to Main Street businesses at Main Street budgets. And I have the honor today to fill in for Joe, because Joe is away celebrating his 30th anniversary with his wife, Ronnie. Today we have two guests. We have Melissa Hamilton from the Peach Cobbler Factory, and Don Smith of Mr. D's world-famous gourmet popcorn. Joe, 30 years. 30 years. You know, when Joe was telling me that if he had known that his wife was going to stay with him for 30 years, he probably would have been a better husband from the very beginning, instead of waiting so long and having her wear him in. But let's move on. Don?
Yes.
Yes. All right, you are Don Smith.
I am.
From Mr. D's world-famous gourmet popcorn.
That is true.
And you are a veteran owned and operated?
I am a U.S. veteran.
Well, thank you for your...
Certified.
Oh, U.S. veteran.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. The U.S. military.
U.S. military.
All right. Yeah. What service were you in?
I was in the Army.
Army? And what did you do?
I was a tank operator and ended up being the battery commander's driver.
All right.
And so that was a great experience. If I had it over again, I would.
Were you a colonel?
No.
So you were not. That's too bad, because if you were a colonel and then later got into the popcorn business,
oh yeah,
that would have been great.
Wouldn't it have been great to be able to give the old man some popcorn?
Well, I've known you for about 4 years now.
Yes, sir.
And I've known that you were into popcorn for about a year now.
Yes, sir. Been about a year. August 19th is 1 full year that old Mr. D been making some popcorn, gourmet style, small batch. You know how it works.
And I do know how it works from talking to you. Let's talk about that today. But did the idea about popcorn just pop into your head, or where did that come from?
No, it is something that of course I like to eat, and because I like to eat, I like to cook, and I like popcorn.
Okay.
And so and I started, just investigating and. Messing around with, just trying little in-home recipes and stuff. So and I got to doing the research on it and found out that it was something that could be lucrative.
All right. Now, but this is not your first business. You are a serial entrepreneur.
Yeah, I had plenty of cereal.
Prior to Mr. D's Gourmet Popcorn,
Yes.
you also have a shave ice truck.
I have, and I wanted. The thing of that was, I had a friend of mine who was from Hawaii, and he told me, he said, I've been inland for about a year, and I have had a complicated time finding true, authentic, genuine Hawaiian shave, not shaved, shave, S-H-A-V-E, snow. And I said, well, that's interesting.
How long have you been running that truck?
5 years.
5 years.
5 years. This year was 5 years.
So one day you're out, you're running the truck,
Mm-hmm.
and you've got this light, sweet drink.
Yes.
And you think, you know what? No, go with this. Be some gourmet popcorn.
Well, actually, I heard some people talking about, where are we going to find some good popcorn?
Yeah.
And I said, well, I've got some popcorn here. So we started serving ours, just regular old theater pop. We fix it the old-fashioned style, put real butter in it, put a little coconut oil so it has some natural sweetness, and put real sea salt and popping it. Oh, this is really good. And so the thought come, well, why don't I start adding some caramel to it, or start adding.
And this is just as a hobby for yourself?
It is.
Okay.
It started out being a hobby.
Right.
But now it's part of the program.
What would you say is the key thing that sets your popcorn apart from other popcorns?
It is small batch, genuine, gourmet popcorn where we use real product, real butter, real sea salt, a tad bit of coconut oil for natural sweetness, and it is all manufactured small batch.
All right.
Just like Grandma done.
Small batch.
Small batch.
How small is batch? Is that a barrel full?
Oh, no.
A whiskey
no,
barrel
no.
full?
No. Oh, I know that. Now we're talking something else.
But okay, your other small batch. We won't get into that.
Yeah, we'll get to that after a while.
But how big is small batch?
Small batch can be a gallon, max of 10 gallons. But traditionally, we do 5 and 10 gallons, unless it's a specialty flavor. Let's say that you have something that you really like, something that you can remember, like, say you like kettle corn made with molasses.
Mm-hmm. I do.
Oh,
that sounds real
well,
good.
then we make molasses kettle corn.
Mm.
And you know what molasses is made of? It is condensed milk and sugar. Brown sugar.
I do now.
Yes, you do.
I do now.
It's all sugar. Now, just every bit of it.
Hey, we've got less than a minute before we go to break, but Don, what is your website address? Where can people go to start looking at this popcorn while we're talking about it?
Well, they can go to MISTA, and that is pronounced Bista, like a sister, but Mista, MISTA, DS, GOURMET, popcorn.com.
Mista DS Gourmet Popcorn.
Mr. D's Gourmet Popcorn.
Very good.
Very
.com.
Good.
Well, I am hungry, and we have this bag of it here.
Yes.
So during the break, let's open this and get ready to taste some of it, and I'll ask you some more questions when we come back.
Absolutely. Let's get it done.
I appreciate you being on here.
Thank you for your time.
It is Monday afternoon. Local Biz Now. Your business matters.
We'll return to Local Biz Now with entrepreneur Joe Vagnone in just a moment on 105.9, 100.7 WSIC.
We're kicking off a brand new week and more opportunities for rain. Really what could soak us by the end of the weekend to the upcoming weekend, with a couple different systems on the way and a system that could be forming in the Gulf of Mexico that may bring some rain and possibly wind our way by the end of the weekend. In the meantime, some clouds, some sunshine peeking out at times for Monday. We'll really ward off the rain chance until a spotty shower possible this evening. Keep that chance around for Tuesday with high temperatures both days around 80. That's your forecast from the WSIC Weather Center. I'm meteorologist Chase Myers.
The WSIC app is available now wherever you get your apps, featuring local deals from great local businesses like
30
Serenity
years.
Now Massage Therapy.
Yeah. Ronnie told me that she just realized 30 years later she's not just Joe's wife, but also his unpaid therapist.
Live under the Oaks
So
on Friday.
that's what 30 years
is.
is.
For shopping and dining, with Hey Ladies taking the stage at 6 p.m. Bring your chairs and enjoy on-site beverages from Red Rocks. Live under the Oaks kicks off at 6 p.m. Friday. This Saturday, the Taba Walk begins at 2 p.m. in Old Town Cornelius. Join the area's premier arts and music festival and get ready to experience
2.33
Lake
billion?
Norman's most
Have you got your
action-packed
billion
and
yet?
fun-filled community
Hey, I want to
celebration
remind you, we're
with
live
plenty
on
to do for the
Facebook.
entire family.
Oh, my Lord.
Festivities include 2 stages of live bands and entertainment, local artists, craftsmen and vendors, local breweries, multiple food truck courts, a petting zoo, kid zones, games, giveaways,
Thank you
and
so much.
much more. The Taba Walk begins at 2 p.m.
That's a
Saturday
stopwatch
in
that he'll
Old Town
restart
Cornelius.
later.
Northview's Stars Ministry presents a fundraising carnival for children and adults
$3
with
billion
special needs on September 28th. The carnival begins at 11 a.m. Saturday at 2615 Amity Hill Road in Statesville with free admission. There will be food, activities, and fun for the whole family. Please help raise funds for children and adults with special needs Saturday at the Yorkview Church of Christ in Statesville. The Breakaway Carolina Music Festival returns to ZMAX Dragway this Friday and Saturday, bringing a party like no other. The festival features 2 days of music, activities, and much more, beginning at 4 p.m. on both days. Visit CharlotteMotorspeedway.com for information, tickets, and details for the Carolina Breakaway Music Festival this Friday and Saturday.
The Renaissance
Golden
Festival is
Turns.
back
one in the
Saturdays and Sundays. October 5th
Thank
through
you so
November
much.
24th. Jousting, knights, mermaids, fairies, dragons. Oh my! Tickets available online only at renfestinfo.com. Don't miss it!
To keep up with all the events happening around the community and much more, including amazing local deals, download the WSIC News app today.
Local News
And
Now with Joe Vagnone continues now on 105.9,
We are
100.7
back
WSIC.
with Local Biz Now.
Local starts
And I'm
here.
sitting here, and we are back with Local Biz Now. And I'm sitting here with Don Smith, Mr. D's Gourmet Popcorn. And we talked about some flavors earlier. But what is your most popular flavor? What are you selling the most of?
Good old-fashioned buttery theater pop outsells it all. If it's done right now. I mean real buttery theater popcorn, the same thing that you get while you're sitting in the theater.
And you can ship that.
You sure can.
Where can you ship it to?
Anywhere in the U.S.
Anywhere in the U.S.
In the whole USA, you can get some.
All right. Well, I don't mean to butter yet, but my favorite one is white cheddar.
Mm-hmm.
And I like that sea salt and black pepper.
Mm-hmm.
That's a really tasty one also.
All right, that is the number 2. Your top 5,
Let's hear
but buttery is always that's the one that goes home.
Yeah.
Then comes your sea salt and black pepper. Then comes your white cheddar, your yellow cheddar, and then comes your kettle. That is your top 5.
I would probably switch, for me, the gourmet kettle corn more towards the front. But that is absolutely the 5 that I love.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
There you go.
Hey,
It's a good
all right.
decision.
You've been thank you. Let me get on there and order something right now.
Come on, get you some.
Now you've been at this for a year, you said?
A year solid, absolutely, in the gourmet popcorn side of it.
All right. And what have you found to be your biggest challenge so far?
The biggest challenge for me is getting people to try something different. When you talk about gourmet popcorn, I mean, there's on my website, we've got, I think, 29 of the top sellers.
29.
29 of people this is stuff that's frequently ordered. People that like this, hey, can I get this and that? So we narrowed it down to 29 and put it on there because it's popular.
Okay, right.
But trying to get people to get out of the tradition of I like this and this only.
I got you.
I mean, if you can get a lot of times, and so we hand out samples. I mean, if we're set up at an event, and that's why we have the small packs, the little sampler packs that you call a regular pack. That is really a sample pack.
Yeah.
It is a simple serving, and we get, here, try this. If you like it, you know what? You can buy some. If you don't like it, you're out nothing. I'm willing to invest in you.
Gotcha. All right. That is tough because if I have to choose what what I'm about to spend my money on. I'm gonna pick what the tried and true, what I'm accustomed to. So I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I think I've tried a couple flavors that I would not have otherwise tried from you. The candy apple.
The candy apple.
Candy apple. That was a great flavor.
Right.
Yeah.
And so the beauty of candy apple, we take wild cherry, sugar, and the flavoring, the same thing you get on a real candy apple, by the way we do candy apples. We take that and coat or sugar coat the popcorn with that, and then we take sour apple and make sour apple and mix the two together, tumble them together. And so you get the effect of the great fiber that popcorn brings along with the sour apple and the wild cherry, and it gives you the effect of a candy apple, if you will.
Did you just pitch candy apple popcorn as good for my diet? Okay.
I sure did.
Well, I have a small collection of stuff here for us to try.
That's right. That's
So
a gift pack. That's a gift pack. Go ahead and get in there and get you
gift
some.
bag. If you're looking on Facebook,
There you go.
this is it here. What does a gift pack like this sell for?
That gift pack there, you're probably somewhere around $25 for that.
All right.
Depending on what you get in it, these right here are flavors that are fairly common.
Yeah.
And
so
this-
I have
this-
Buttery Theater, the most popular one
The
I've
most
heard
popular
this
one.
morning. Yes.
That has some nice real butter, sea salt that is cooked together with a little bit of coconut oil, so you have a natural sweetness. And when it gets the right temperature, then we dump the seed in, so when it pops, it absorbs the liquid. It's already hot enough that it absorbs it, that it's not laying on top of it.
This is a problem. I was just feeling adventurous, but now you've made me want the one that's here's white cheddar or yellow cheddar.
That's the yellow cheddar.
Yellow cheddar.
And that yellow cheddar right there is a platinum yellow real cheddar. And then once that's buttery theater pop with the yellow cheddar on it. Then we come back while it's wet, when it runs through the tumbler, we put in some powder, some cheddar powder, so that you have the cheddary along with the cheddar pate, along with the buttery theater pop.
Here's Nana's caramel.
Nana's caramel.
Or caramel, as I've heard it named sometimes.
That is correct.
And what do we have here? We've got candy corn with drizzle.
Yeah, now that is...
Tell me about that.
Now this drizzle right here, what you have going on with this popcorn, again, it is buttery theater pop with all the classics that go with that. And it has white vanilla chocolate that's drizzled over it, and some candy corn. It's a fall thing.
No. And then I covered this one, the gourmet kettle. Okay, I'll try that.
There you go. Try that out right there. And
then
then we got the handy dandy little...
I see a little bucket.
The little bucket there.
Yeah.
And then that way, while you're watching some Netflix or some Prime videos or what have you.
I love it.
You can dump it off in there and just kind of be able to get at it very conveniently.
Well, while I'm trying this candy corn with drizzle, how do you manage production? Do you make it as you need it, or do you know what's coming already?
Well, you it's a double-edged sword. What I do, I know what's popular. So we keep a limited amount ready to go, but it's just as easy to turn it out, package it, and put it out the next day. Then that way it's fresh. It's not something that you leave laying around. You don't want to ever ship 3 or 4 or 5 day old corn.
No.
You pop it.
No. How long does it last in this bag?
Well, that is a 4-meal heat sealed bag, and it's in an environment where the humidity is very low. We have a humidifier that drops the humidity, keeps it around 72, a 4-meal bag, and it is heat sealed. So that should last you, theoretically, it should stay fresh a minimum of 30 days.
All right.
Until you open it. Once you open it, of course, the time you open it, it don't matter because it won't last long.
No, it won't. But you said it was for fall, and on Facebook, you can see I've got some candy corn, actual chunks of candy corn in here. So,
there you go. Yeah,
all right.
That's the right sound there, Brian.
Now, next question for you is,
yes.
Can you tell me about Can you tell us about any partnerships or collaborations?
Well, the partnerships, I'm very independent. So I partner with my customers. That is my partners.
Okay.
Because my customers, because you can have the best equipment in the world. You can have all the product that's made. You have all the education that you need, but if you do not have a customer base, you have no business.
If Joe were here, he would say something really smart.
What would
in
he
response
say?
to that?
Well, let me get that.
I have no idea. I'm just going to enjoy this popcorn and think about if Joe were here.
If Joe were here?
Yeah.
Well, we'll leave Joe. We'll leave Joe something. He can talk about it after a while.
Yeah, I think he would be unhappy to be here. 30 years. In 30 years, Ronnie has created a monster.
Right.
She always let Joe think that he's right about everything.
Right.
And then when he comes in here to the studio and runs this radio show, it's like he's right about everything.
Yeah.
He's just complete confidence, like he's absolutely right about all things.
Well, he's been groomed and trained well.
For 30 years by Ronnie, I assume. I blame her.
That's right.
And you do sell around Pop Cornelius, right?
I do.
Okay, very good.
I live in the wonderful town of Mooresville.
All right. So very local.
Very local, and we have a good time in Mooresville. We love Mooresville.
All right. Hey, when you were talking about partnership with the customers, how do you get feedback from them?
We seek their feedback we ask them to go on our business Facebook page, and we want their opinion. We want their honest opinion. What do you think? You can do that publicly. You can always call. I'm open to phone calls. I don't hide from my phone calls. Text messages, emails. It's just important to me. The most important thing to me about the whole thing is, how do you feel about it? Everybody's taste buds are different. What I like, you may not like.
End user experience. I get it.
I get it. So
Julie wants to know, I got a message from Facebook here.
Yes.
What makes kettle corn so sweet?
In my kettle corn, the kettle corn traditionally is made from corn oil, corn, and sugar. That is what traditionally kettle corn's made of. I make my kettle corn, put a little bit of molasses in it, and make it I do use sugar, but I use vanilla bean extract, butter, and I use plenty of sugar.
I think we should take your explanation of what you're putting in this popcorn and use it for the background for yoga. Because it is relaxing. I am just happy to hear that voice and hear those pieces. I got a tough question for you. You ready? Unscripted.
Yes.
What role do you think artificial intelligence is going to play in the future of popcorn manufacturing and distribution?
I haven't really given a lot of thought to that, but I think with what I understand with artificial intelligence, they can make it be about whatever they want it to be.
Gotcha. So whatever I want to prove in, I just throw some AI in it?
Just throw some AI in it and polish it right up.
Well, congratulations for answering that.
There you go. Send it right on out there.
And real quick, because we got 45 seconds left before we go to break, but what's your favorite memory or experience related to your business that really stands out to you?
I'm going to tell you, the thing that I seek is the unannounced expressions of people's faces whenever they taste our products that comes off our food trailer or the popcorn that they try right then and there. Be it a shave ice, be it a caramel apple, candy apple, the smile on the faces of the children, of the adults, because we're all children, just some bigger than others.
I agree. That is awesome. I appreciate it so much. Mr. D's GourmetPopcorn.com.
Yes.
Have a great day.